Hi my loves. So I'm finally making this video that I've been wanting to make for a very long time. I hope you all are well. This is gonna be a message video for the rest of 2021. If you don't know to my channel or you're new to my channel, welcome. I just really wanted to talk about reality right now. I wanted to talk about a lot of things on my heart. And so if that interests you and you feel like you can relate to the title of the message, or you feel led to this video is for you. Yeah, so you all, I just wanted to talk about reality because I think that for a long time, me personally, I really feel like I've been suppressing a lot of things that's been going on in the world. I really think that for quite some time now, I've just kind of buried my head into work and into, surviving. And I just wanted you all to know that I know that a lot of people are struggling. I know that a lot of people have lost a loved one. I did last year and this year, as well as people in my family that have family friends that have also lost people. Lost a lot of people, you all. And I think that to go through this year, to survive last year and go through this year, and to not talk about reality right now does not make any sense to me. Like, uploading and posting and being on social media is really, really cool and all that. But I think that kind of like not acknowledging the elephant in the room that I'm going through, maybe a lot of you all are going through, maybe, some worse than others. You see what I'm saying? Like, some people have it better than other people. That's a fact, And I just felt like, why not make a message video today, whoever comes across this video, about hard times, about difficulties in life, and whether it's emotionally, financially, spiritually, psychologically, physically, or all of the above, right? Like, all the above. It's okay, it's definitely okay to question what's happening in the world. It's definitely okay to feel like you're having a hard time, because I think that a lot of people, including myself, what we do is sometimes become almost like absorbed with working and trying to keep ourselves busy. But being busy does not always equal being productive. So I definitely think that during this time, being more productive versus busy is the way to go. And health is a big part of it. That's what I've really been saying, throughout the months, as the months have gone along now, in certain videos of mine that I'll link also at the end of the video. I've been pushing this so hardcore because without health, what do you really have? If you don't have a strong immune system, if you're not really healthy, and not just physically, I'm saying spiritually, okay, emotionally, psychologically, if you don't have a calm aura, if you don't have a clear mind, if you don't feel strong enough to take on the day, you're gonna bump into a lot of blockages. You're gonna feel some sort of way if you're not really taking care of yourself. So I will be the first person to say out of my mouth, because nobody's gonna say it for me. I'll definitely be the first person to say on my channel and to you all that I have taken my health so seriously. Like before, going to the gym every day or every other day and trying to go vegan or vegetarian and all this stuff is just a small portion of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, since everything's gotten worse in terms of the cases and the death toll and all these other things going on in the world, I really like stepped it up in terms of like my meditation, the kind of books I read, the kind of content that I absorb, that I listen to. It's been like a complete change. And honestly, since 2018, I've been really kind of locked into this energy of surviving, but not only surviving, but trying to, on your worst days, try to find the light at the end of the day. You're having a bad day at work and you're trying to figure out how you can still go home and not bring, any misery to your friends over the phone or to your loved ones, trying to find ways to keep positive. So I want you all to know and realize from my mouth and me that there's more important things in the world that should be the focal point right now. And to me, I feel like that's health. So if you've been battling with anything like insomnia, anxiety, depression, addiction, my advice and my loving message to you all is to take care of those things, because, we can act so tough and big and bad and strong for so long until we completely capitulate and shamble and are not okay. We can only go so long with putting up a facade and, coming online, especially if you're like an influencer or a YouTuber or whatever, like the kind of social media sphere that I'm also in. Like, I think it's nice to also share the human side. And it's kind of crazy because I've not really seen a lot of celebrities of late really talk about how hard everything is right now and how sad and honestly like depressing everything is. Last year in 2020, there was like more of that, more like PSAs and, lift each other up and, be strong. But this year, it's like this weird thing of like everything back to normal and go get 'em and go out here. And that's not the reality, and, just to give you all an experience or an example. Let me turn on my car here because my phone's going to go dead. 1 second. An example, what I'm talking about, it's like when you realize that you can't do everything that you want to do, like even as something that should be cherished, like going on a vacation with your family or attending a birthday party, when that reality hits you that you can't even celebrate a life, you can't even go on vacation the way that you're used to going on vacation, things get real quick. Like you begin to like look around and say, wow, like this is not the world that I'm used to living in. So I just wanted to say this to anybody out here that, you don't have to feel like you have to do it all and be it all. And, if you're having a hard time, if you're having bad days, if you're feeling overwhelmed like I do, because, the most predominant feeling that I get, especially now that I've been studying the stock market and things like that, I mean, I am into that. So I do watch that very carefully. I do watch, physical spending trends very carefully because, you just, it's something to look out for, to watch what's going on in the world and stuff like that. So, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything together. In fact, it's highly unrealistic that, I mean, I'll take it a step deeper, even, people wanting to get married, have all their life they dreamed of having this beautiful wedding. And now with the pandemic, they can't even have a normal wedding. So it could be as little as, your work environment, which is something that you have to kind of get used to as big as you can't even travel for work. You can't even do things that you've been waiting your whole life to do. It could be that as severe as something you've been saving up for, something you've been looking forward to that you can't even enjoy because you're worried that somebody's going to cough on you, or you're worried that somebody's going to be sick and not tell you. Like people really are out here. Like, it's crazy. People are really out here sick, like have what we're talking about, and don't tell people, and go on to, spread this situation we got going on here, for the almighty dollar. People still clocking into work or clocking out of work, skipping their shift, not telling people what's going on. So there's a lot of BS, there's a lot of things that are out of our control. And so when life gets out of our control, how do we remain calm? How do we remain centered is what I think this is really teaching us, is how do we go back to the basics, Like, I was even chatting to one of my relatives yesterday, and I'm like, I was in this world where I would not even mind, paying upwards of $16 to $20 on a car wash, every 2 weeks, every so often, just drive up, pay for my gas, get my car washed. And now I'm like, you know what? It's not necessary. Like, I need to go back to basics, and I need to start buying soap and getting my sponge like I used to do when I didn't have this beautiful car that I have now, and go back to basics, wash my own car, stay at home, because going out more, I'm more, is putting myself in danger. The more you go out, you don't know what people have, and you don't even, and to be honest with you, the inflation is crazy. Like, I have noticed inflation, so easily. Like, things I would buy, I'm like, this is the same product I bought last week, and it's like 40% higher. So it's not it's not to just focus on the aspects in terms of financially, because that's a given. Like I said, like from 2018, I had this feeling, and if you were subscribed to me from 2017 and you were watching not just my other popular videos, but you actually watch my vlogs like this, you would have got that information. Okay, you would have got that information, because from 2018, 2017, I've been saying that the college bubble is going to burst. The school system is going to collapse. I've been saying these things. Now, did I know that it was going to be this bad? Of course not. I don't think that anybody did. There's a bunch of psychics who can predict stuff, but not even the psychics. Some psychics, well, I'm not trying to, I'm just saying, like, let's say for an example, a psychic could say that this whole situation would be done within a year. I saw people that were so-called economy forecasts and psychics say that, oh, it's going to be done by December. And we're going into the second, third year. So, nobody knows. Like, nobody knows the level in which life is never going to be the same. But I think it's safe to say that it's going to get worse. That's how I feel in my gut. I get up now, and, besides meditation, besides planning my day, besides getting ready for work, besides, going through all my emails and everything else I have going on in my life, I've come to realize that it's going to get worse. And so if people out here are selling you this pipe dream that everything's going to clear up in a month or two, it's not true, okay? It's going to get worse, because even people who have, got the shot are actually still catching it, or still getting sick. Other people are not even taking it, and, there's other things that are for some reason, there's other things that keep coming out that keep causing people to get sick. So there's no guarantee, just because you get a shot, if that's what you believe and that's what you want to do, does not mean that you're 100% immune. Like, who told you that? You know what I'm saying? Like, just like if you pop vitamin C every day and you eat no meat, yes, you're increasing your metabolism. Yes, you're increasing a stronger immune system, but it still doesn't guarantee you from being 100% protected from whatever the hell's in the sky or whatever is in the air. And so have you, bacteria and so on and so forth. Okay. So, I just think there's a situation right now where I think that people just have to be aware of their energy, conserve more energy, be healthier, sleep more, stay indoors more, save your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to buy something that you really want to buy, it's a good deal, and you have the money, treat yourself. I've not stopped treating myself, but there's a limit to it, and there's a awareness that, okay, is it better to invest in, a certain elixir or vitamin or something for my health versus a new purse or a new pair of shoes I'm never going to wear, or a sweater? Like, it's that kind of thing where you kind of have to just be aware that, your money could be drained, could be getting drained from different avenues that, it doesn't need to be drained from. And to get apps, to definitely get apps and keep up with the news, not like the toxic news, but keep up with the news that actually provides real information to help you and your family and your loved ones. Not just the jargon news where it's just this back and forth bickering. Like, actually invest in, whether it's an app or whatever, that actually can give you some sound information on how to move in this kind of new world we're living in. Because if you don't have the information, how are you gonna get ahead? You're gonna be like lost in the sauce. You're not really gonna be aware of what's going on right now. So I just wanted to say that, doing fun videos and talking about certain topics and all types of stuff, is cool and all that, but we are living in a very, very horrible time. And I don't think that I need to even elaborate. Like, we're living in a very bad time. And so sometimes I just kind of feel like it is better for me and for you to, conserve your energy and put it in places that you actually need to place it in. And that's why I want to let you all know that there's certain things I used to do on the channel that I don't do anymore, because, I gotta be aware, that if I'm spending hours upon hours and there's no guarantee, I can't be doing that, when I'm working other jobs. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be intentional. You gotta be smart about what you're doing. So there's a lot of things that before the pandemic, as a creator, I was able to do. And now I realize I just can't do it. I just don't have the energy. I don't have the time. I have all these responsibilities. And yeah, it definitely is something that, is a very haunting feeling, for a lot of us out here, because, people have big dreams, people have a lot of goals, people have a lot of ambition, people are driven out here. And I love that. I'm very driven, but it doesn't mean that the world we're living in is gonna be able to align with that right now. It may be some time before you can jump right back into the flow of things and do things like you used to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality. I think that people gotta take care of the home front. They gotta take care of what's demanded of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing things that are not mandatory is not wisdom. You have to do things first that are mandatory. So I want you all to know that, I am aware of the times. I am not blindfolded in any way. I am still growing my own vegetables. I am leaning myself off of meat actively, but I'm not gonna be putting a lot of pressure on myself because it is what it is. You know, sometimes you're having a busy day. You can't always make a kale salad, for God's sake. So I'm realistic in the way where, yes, certain things I understand are poisonous or toxic, but I'm only human, you're only human. So it's kind of an energy now of like not putting too much pressure on yourself, is what I've been saying to you all. Like, don't get so caught up in trying to compete or push yourself into a grave, because if you die right now, you know, that's it. You see what I'm saying? If you put yourself in a compromising situation, that's it. And people out here got sympathy, as you can see, you know, especially these people who hire people, you know what I'm saying? These corporations, like, they have no sympathy, you all. They have zero sympathy for you and me. If you drop dead right now, they don't give a shit. And that's just the reality. So I'm letting you all know that if I haven't vocalized it before, for those who watch the video, because I'm not going to post this on my community tab, I ain't got time for that, but I am letting you all know that, you know, I am observing the times we're living in, and, you know, I want to give of myself to the channel, but I can only do so much. And so if I'm not able to offer certain things or do certain videos, you know, as much as I was before, it's because my work schedule in real life is very busy. And, you know, I got bills just like you all. You know, I'm not living in Hollywood on a treetop, you know, overlooking Beverly Hills, sipping on, you know, green juice or some bullshit. You know, I'm not in the laps of luxury by any mean. Yes, I have certain privileges I've worked for, but I'm not on this level of, oh, you know, I don't have to work and everything is perfect. Like, that's not my life. You see what I'm saying? So I do have work outside of YouTube, which a lot of YouTubers normally do. You see what I'm saying? Except the YouTubers who have a huge, massive following. You know, YouTube is their sole income, but it's not my sole income. You know, this channel is just something that I love. You know, I consider this channel like a baby, and I just breathe life into it when I can, and that's pretty much that. So I just wanted you to know, if you're having a hard time, that yes, you know, I acknowledge that there is bigger problems in life. There is a lot of crap going on, and, you know, don't get caught up in the wave, you know, literally. Like, don't try to burn yourself out at this time. Don't try to make false promises you can't keep, because all that's going to do is just drag yourself and your energy into the mud. You know, now is the time really to focus on your loved ones, of course, but most importantly, yourself. You know, really, like, right now, people should be focusing on themselves, because, you know, not everybody has the same knowledge. Not everybody has the same awareness. You know, some people have been preaching, you know, way before 2018, way before 2020, and only now certain people are picking up this information and saying, oh my God, you're so right, you know? So we can't help everybody, you know, we can't awaken everybody. Not everybody's gonna understand the agenda of what's been happening, because it's been planned, you know. This has all been planned, you all. This is not some kind of out of the blue situation, okay? This is all planned. So who's to say what other evil plans they have for us? Who's to say what other agendas they have for us? You know, it's limitless. Like, you know, the good and the evil right now is just duking it out. And, you know, it's a spiritual warfare. So that's another layer to this, is it's spiritual warfare. You know, you have to pull yourself out of a dark abyss every day. I mean, at least I do, you know. I try not to get overwhelmed. I try to focus on the task at hand. So I just want you all to know that I love you all, and that I just want to simply say, you know, if you're not feeling very optimistic about the future, if you're not feeling the best about your love life or whatever's going on in your life, just understand that this too shall pass. And I believe with everything in me that there is a God, and that God loves us. And I do believe that even though sometimes certain days it's hard to see God's love, it's hard to see God's design for us all and his plan, but we have to trust the process. We have to trust that even though right now things look really bad and, you know, people are dying and dropping dead and all this really just scary stuff, that, you know, there is also a good side, a positive to it. And there's a lot of lessons, you know, there's a lot of lessons that we all can learn. And it's really the chance now to reset our mind, to renew our mind, and to focus on what's really important. Like I keep saying, it's really the time now to focus on what is a necessity. So which means you're not going to be splurging, you're not going to be overeating, dabbling into low vibrational things. Now is really the time to raise your vibration, raise your awareness, and to be on alert, because, you know, one moment it's like this, the next moment it's like that, and there's always some kind of, you know, story spinning and out of control, out of different directions, trying to give us different, you know, tidbits of what's going over here, what's going over there. So, you know, it's life or death, you know, it actually really is life or death. And so as much as we have fun, and as much as we, you know, are all looking forward to, you know, going on vacation at some point and having all this fun and, you know, and all this beautiful things and all that jazz, the reality is that people are suffering. People are going through really, really dark times, and all you have to do is walk outside or watch the news or talk to certain people, run into certain people, and you'll see it, you'll experience it. You know, people lost people, all sorts of just horrible things. So if you've lost anybody, my condolences to you, by the way. I have, and you know, it's just kind of been like a shock to the system. And I think even though we've been like 2 years in now, it's still something that I cannot believe. I cannot believe that we're still doing this. And there's even rumors about another lockdown. So like I've been telling you all, stock up, get rid of the clutter in your house, plant your own fruits and vegetables, focus on a lean diet, work out as much as you can. Don't beat up on yourself if you don't get to do certain things like that. Just do what you can. You know what I'm saying? Do what you can, and forget the rest. So anyway, you all, I'm going to be making another video now for the twin flames out here. I got a video coming up for you all. And so definitely stay safe, stay healthy, stay sane. You know, don't put too much pressure on yourself. You know, if your dreams are delayed, if your goals are delayed, if your plans have been delayed, or even worse, canceled, you know, don't worry about it. Like at this point, it's kind of just like, what can you really do? You know, it's kind of just the act of surrendering and letting just Mother Nature take course, letting the universe do what it has to do, and you do your part. Like you do your part, and let God, let the universe realign itself, reorganize itself, and do its part. So take care. God bless. Feel free to subscribe and thumbs up. Check out the links in the box below. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, you all? Bye.